All right, public service announcement, PSA. Are you driving FSD and are you thinking to yourself that FSD hasn't been performing as well as it normally does? That could be because you might need to get your front windshield camera cleaned. So I was realizing this over the last few months that I feel like FSD was kind of not performing as well as it normally does. And so I realized that there was a bit of fog, a bit of haziness that was building up in the front windshield camera. And I thought this was only an issue with like the newer Model 3s that were coming out, that for some reason they had that haze. But it turns out that after quite a bit of time, you know, with the heat, with the cool, with the condensation, all that stuff, fog will begin to build up in the area where your camera is. So I realized that you can actually request service to come out and clean your windshield camera. They don't actually clean the camera, they clean the windshield, so that way the camera can have unobstructed view of the road. So look into your service on your app. I'll put the video here of a short clip showing you the steps of what to select for the service to get your camera cleaned. I think it's really important, especially if as we're expecting right now. I'm on version 13.2.9, so I'm guessing over the coming months we'll probably get either 13.3 or potentially even jump over to a 14.0. And I want that to kind of be the best experience possible. So I thought right now is probably the best time. I mean, it's always a good time to get your front windshield camera cleaned. And again, it's not the camera that gets cleaned. It's really just the windshield, where the technician that came out, he was just saying that he uses just an alcohol wipe to kind of just wipe it clean. Anyway, key is, it's now a regular maintenance option. Again, here's the video in case you need to see it again as far as what steps to take on the app to request a service, but it's now a regular maintenance. So ideally you don't need to get it done as often, but potentially, maybe once a year, just get it cleaned out. That way, you're not experiencing phantom braking or kind of late braking or anything like that, because that's what I've been noticing on my end, is just late braking sometimes. And, even to the point where I had my wife in the car and, the key is to pass the wife test. And unfortunately had a few instances where it either brakes a little too late or sometimes it's kind of braking too harsh, whatever it might be. So yeah, thankfully, now that I got that cleaned, we've driven about 100 miles since I got the front windshield cleaned, and it's been pretty flawless. It's It's kind of boosted my confidence too with having my wife in the car. And so it's like, I don't have to kind of like, be nervous when I got passengers in the car. I'm a lot more comfortable and confident with FSD again. And now with even 14.0 coming out, now that the robotaxi platform has launched in Austin and potentially, in the Bay Area and then in Phoenix here in the next couple of months, now's a good time to maybe kind of make sure your cameras are all set to go for when we inevitably get a new FSD update here in the coming weeks, if not months. So anyway, that's the public service announcement. And yeah, go get your cameras clean, go get your windshield clean, and then you'll hopefully have the best and greatest experience with FSD. Oh, and of course, and probably most importantly, the cost. So right now, at least for me, I don't know if it's the same cost in every area, but for me, it showed that it costs about $69 to get that cleaned. And again, this is part of the regular maintenance that you can get through Tesla. Of course, most of us kind of get, like, for example, tire rotations through Discount Tire or Evans or whatever. But anyway, normal service, it costs $69 technically when you go to actually book the service, at least for me. I don't know if it's the same in every region. But I did notice that they redid the cost of my total service. I had other things done to my car as well, so I couldn't really tell, and I haven't seen the receipt, to be honest. I don't really care. But I did notice that they did readjust the price of my total service to where initially I was going to pay like $250 for all the things I was having done, but it ended up being like $160 or something like that. I forget what the total cost is, but anyway, it was less than the total that I had initially estimated in the first place. So it could be that, maybe your first time that you actually get your front windshield camera area cleaned, it's actually free potentially, or maybe it's just free across the board no matter what. Like that should just always be the case because it's potentially a safety issue. I don't know. So anyway, there is a cost. It's not free, at least at first sight. You do notice that there's a price associated with that service. For me, it was 60 something bucks. So anyway, keep that in mind. But hey, for the best experience using FSD, if you're using it regularly, it's probably worth it, especially if it's once a year or something. What's $60, $50, $60, $70. It is what it is. So anyway, just want to make sure I noted that before I forget.